Yo, what's going on? Mike from Mike Talk Sports. Today we're going to be changing it up with the UFC MMA videos. Today we are going to be taking a UFC quiz. UFC I Beat the Champion. After becoming UFC champions for the first time, who's the first champion to beat these fighters and gain that championship? This is the quiz we're going to be taking today. We have 6 minutes to get 19 guys. I don't think it's going to take us 6 minutes. I usually have a pretty good knowledge of these things. We're going to talk them through. I think I'm going to get probably some wrong, but we will see. I'm not even sure what names are on this list. Maybe they're the really generic guys. Maybe they are really obscure champions. Let's get right into this quiz, though. So first, it's going to be Ken Shamrock. Okay, that's interesting. Ken Shamrock, it's going to be an older fighter, and really the only older guard of fighters I see here is going to be Dan Severn. So I'm going to go Dan Severn for this first one. It is going to be Dan Severn. So Anderson Silva, that one's extremely easy. In that very iconic double fight with Chris Weidman, obviously the first one, he lost by taunting, getting knocked out cold. And then in the second one, of course, Anderson Silva had that insane leg break. So that's going to be Chris Weidman here. Miesha Tate is a tough one. Who did Miesha Tate lose her title to? Let's scroll through some of the names here. Oh, no, that's going to be... Where is she? I don't even see her. Amanda Nunes, right? Where's Amanda Nunes? There she is. It's going to be Amanda Nunes, I believe. Yes, it is Amanda Nunes. Brock Lesnar, what a run in the UFC for Brock Lesnar. Very interesting run there. I think he's somewhat underrated. I think it's absolutely incredible that this guy, obviously he was an incredible NCAA wrestler, but the fact that Brock Lesnar in such a quick amount of time was able to become UFC champion, pretty amazing stuff here. Is it Cain Velasquez? Why do I want to say Cain Velasquez? I know he's lost to Frank Mir. I know that for a fact. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Is it Frank Mir? I know it's not Randy Couture. I'm going to go Cain Velasquez. It is Cain Velasquez. Nice. Okay. I know he did lose to Frank Mir with that leg lock, though. Tito Ortiz. Who did Tito lose his championship to? Interesting. He lost it to Randy Couture at 205, I think, actually. Right? It is. Yep. Nice. The Huntington bad boy. Very interesting. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Who did Joanna lose her championship to? I think that's just Rose Namajunas, right? Yep, it is Rose Namajunas. Chuck the Iceman Liddell in a very iconic image in UFC history. Chuck Liddell just sitting flat on the canvas with a bloody nose, just absolutely dazed and confused, while Quentin Rampage Jackson is doing his weird, funny celebration. So this one is definitely going to be Quentin Rampage Jackson there. Rose Namajunas, who did she lose her title to? First, she lost it to, I think it was Jessica Andrade, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to scroll through. Yeah, it's going to be Jessica Andrade here, guys. Daniel D.C. Cormier, I don't see John Jones on this list, and he lost the title to John Jones at 205. I don't think anyone else has even ever beaten him at 205 in the UFC for a championship. So this one has to be heavyweight, and it's going to be Stipe Miocic for sure in their iconic trilogy fight. Michael Bisping, I actually just rewatched this fight very recently. This Georges St. Pierre rise to the 185 division. This fight is an absolute banger. It's a war on the feet. Georges St. Pierre is much more aggressive in this fight than other title fights after that Matt Serra fight. So this one's definitely going to be Georges St. Pierre. Very good fight there. Demetrius Johnson arguably won against Henry Cejudo. This one is going to be Henry Cejudo here. It was actually his last fight in the United States back in 2018, I want to say, and he's finally making his return to the United States when one championship is going to be taking place in, I want to say, Colorado, I believe. Ronda Rousey, of course, very infamously with that head kick, she went on a late night show and said, Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm wants to set me up with a head kick, but I'm not going to let that happen. Of course, she did let that happen, though. We are 12 through, and we are yet to get one incorrect. This one is very iconic and very... not funny, but this one was really a changing of the guard for Georges St. Pierre in terms of his mindset. When he lost to Matt Serra, he became much more of a conservative fighter and much more wrestling-based than striking-based, really, after this Matt Serra defeat. Of course, he did revenge that fight, though. Lyoto Machida is a tough one. Lyoto Machida is a funny one. I love his style. I always love those karate guys. Joe Rogan very infamously said, welcome to the Lyoto Machida era. That obviously aged like absolute milk because he lost in his next championship fight, I want to say. Who did he lose to, though? I want to say he lost to Shogun Rua. Yep, he did. Tim Sylvia. Tim Sylvia, he's a heavyweight. Who did Tim Sylvia lose to? Did he lose to Frank Mir? Why do I want to say Frank Mir? This is the only name I don't know, guys. I'm not even going to lie. Not Tim Sylvia or Frank Mir, but this guy I just highlighted on my screen next to Nate Diaz. I'm going to say Frank Mir. Yep, it is Frank Mir. Conor McGregor. This is not true. This quiz is incorrect. He never lost a title shot versus Nate Diaz. This fight was for a non-title bout at 170, and Conor McGregor wasn't even ranked for these fights. It is Nate Diaz, but this is incorrect. Cain Velasquez, I think that should be Junior Dos Santos in those iconic JDS fights, right? Yep. Eddie Alvarez is easily Conor McGregor and nice. Randy Couture lost his title up against this guy. I'm not even going to try to announce it or pronounce it here. So with 22 seconds left, we actually got 19 for 19 here on this quiz. That was really fun, guys. I had a lot of fun making this video today. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see some more content like this in terms of some of these sports quiz, especially with UFC. Thanks for listening, guys.